Animal husbandry. It is a branch of a science for breeding and caring for farm animals. This can be done by the method called hybridization. How we have learned for hybridization for the plants. So this hybridization benefits for human beings, means to get good quality of the animals. Management of animals. It works for three areas, that is food, plant breeding, and control diseases. Why to study about animal husbandry? The question arises. As the population is increasing gradually, it is necessary to provide the food for everyone. Animal husbandry includes many branches like cattle farming, poultry farming, fish farming, beekeeping, etc. In today's class, we are going to learn first about the cattle farming. It includes the cow, buffaloes, and bullocks, etc. Cattle farming is having two purposes. The first purpose is production of the milk, and second purpose is for the agriculture. As you all know, milk is a whole food and required to prepare many types of milk products. And a milk producing animals, cattle, are called milch animals. And can you tell me how we find constant supply of milk production? That is by increasing cattle's lactation period. What is lactation period? It's a period of milk production after the birth of a calf. All species are not having long lactation period. Only exotic, nothing but foreign breeds we can call, they are having long lactation period. They are having certain desirable characters like resistant to diseases. The two can be crossbreed to get animals with both the desired qualities. For example, Red Sindhi, Sahiwal, etc. Cattle to be taken care a lot. Owners has to provide the shelter and food for them. Shelters should be with a good ventilation, roofed shed that protects them from rain, heat and a cold. Coming to the food. Food requirement are of two types. Maintenance requirement and required during lactation period. Cattle food should be with a roughage, that is fiber content, and with micronutrients. Cattle must be provided with the medicines and a vaccination. That is nothing but protection from the diseases. One more major reason for the cattle farming is agriculture. That is called farm labor, and those are called as the dwarf animals. Yes, one more purpose is agriculture. Ox or buffalo, ox and all comes under for agricultural. They are called farm labor. They are used for tilling, driving carts, and for irrigation. Two varieties of species we find, that is Bos indicus, that is cows, and Bos bubalis, buffaloes. This is about cattle farming. Poultry farm management. Poultry is the rearing, breeding and caring of a domesticated birds like chickens, ducks, turkeys, etc. Main purpose is to get meat and the eggs. The most preferred bird in the poultry industry is the domestic fowl or chicken. There are various other species of the fowls also that are reared worldwide for their meat and eggs, like Gallus gallus, called as red jungle fowl of India, the grey jungle fowl, Ceylon jungle fowl, Java jungle fowl. In India, poultry started over 5000 years ago but was never practiced on large scale and remained as a household activity. Poultry as an industry started only during 1950s. In the year 2011, India ranked third in the world in egg production and fifth in production of a chicken meat. Poultry birds, generally known as the fowls, and they are of two types, broilers and layers. First, let us study about the broilers. Broilers are the chickens that are exclusively grown for their meat. Generally, these birds grow very quickly in size. Male birds are reared for their meat, and females are also reared for meat, but generally they are reserved for laying eggs. They grow very fast, as we said. Within 14 days, we find the growth of the broilers. Broilers can be crossed with a white Plymouth Rock and white Cornish, and they can got. Some varieties of broilers include Anak 2000, Hub Chick, Rose Vencob, Caribro 91, etc. Coming to the layers. Layers are the female fowls that are reared only for laying eggs. Weekly, 2 times they will lay the eggs. To increase the productivity, they will inject the hormones, and these are the eggs called unfertile eggs. The fowls selected as a layers are vaccinated generally, and their overall health is monitored. De-beaked. The beak they will cut because to minimize the injury during fight with other birds. These birds are given a fresh balanced diet complete in nutrients. Coming to the layers, first stage is known as the brooding stage. Newly hatched chicks are very delicate and are unable to regulate the body temperature. Special room called brooders are provided. Temperature is maintained constantly at a 95 degree Fahrenheit. High care and quality food is supplied to them. During this period of the fowls gain weight very quickly. This period lasts for 6 to 8 weeks. After the brooding stage comes the laying stage. The mature females start laying eggs after 22 weeks and continue for 12 to 15 months. When the layers are not able to lay sufficient number of eggs, they become uneconomical and are sold. Poultry breeds. Some common breeds of chicken in India are Asal, Busra, Chittagong, Cochin, Brahman, etc. Some exotic breeds have also been introduced in India called Mediterranean breeds, American breeds, next is British breeds, these are also some crossbreed varieties of chicken which have high egg yielding rates like HH260, Kona Pearl, Grana Priya, Highline, etc. Some chickens serve both as a broilers and layers. They are known as a dual purpose breeds like Plymouth Rock, New Hampshire, etc. Care of the poultry. How to take care? The farms should have safe environment with a proper enclosures along with a proper ventilation. The farms should have a proper feed and water facility. Proper health and hygiene conditions should be maintained and regulate screening for outbreak should be done. Poultry feed. They are provided with a rice, wheat, bran of wheat, oil cakes, fish meal, bone meal, green vegetables along with vitamins, minerals and the salt. Poultry diseases. They may get variety of diseases. The poultry farmer should maintain proper hygienic conditions. These help to reduce the risk of infections and diseases from getting spread. Due to the intensive poultry farming and unhygienic conditions, fowls tend to get infected with a number of diseases. So this much is the information about poultry farming. Fisheries or fish production. World population is dependent on fish, fish products and aquatic animals. The main resources we are getting from the fish is rich in proteins and with polyunsaturated fatty acids. In some parts of the world, people prefer eating fish than meat. Fisheries. It's for catching, processing, selling. It includes all these of the prawn, crab, lobster, edible oysters, etc. Fisheries are of two types: inland fishery and marine fishery. First, let us start with the inland fishery. Inland fishery means rearing of the fish and other aquatic animals in fresh waters like rivers, ponds, lakes, etc. Example like katla, rohu, labio, common crab, catfish, palimon. These are all the inland fishery products. Marine fishery means catching and processing of the marine animals like fishes, oysters, crabs, prawns, etc. And that is called as the mariculture. Examples for the mariculture like sardines, etc. Fisheries provide income and employment to millions of fishermen and farmers living in coastal areas of India. We can make the artificial fisheries also. High demand is there for fish and other seafoods. Farmers have started cultivating them in the artificial ponds. That is called as the aquaculture. It is cultivated in a large tanks in controlled environment. The fishes are provided food in the form of crushed vegetables, etc. This is the fish feed. The fishes are regularly sampled and are checked for the diseases. The fishes are regularly sampled and are checked for diseases and infections. If infection is found in fishes, the group is isolated and medicine is administered in the water. Fish diseases. The fishes may get different types of the diseases because of some infections like a gill rot by fungus, tail and fin rot, that is bacterial infection, dropsy, again it's one of bacterial infection, Sporidosis, that is protozoan infection, argulosis, crustacean infection, helminth, flatworm infection, etc. Cultivating both fishes and prawns together is called aquaculture. Cultivating only fishes is called as the pisciculture. Aquaculture and pisciculture provides food in India. Fish preservation. Fish is a high perishable food and tends to decay soon. It should be preserved immediately after being caught to increase its shelf life. Different methods are used. Like first one is chilling. It is kept in the ice, covered with the ice. It's not very effective for a long distance transport, but it is one of the method. The next one is freezing. It's covered with a mixture of ice and salt. Here also, if the fish is kept for a long periods, the fish tends to become rancid. Next one is deep freezing. This process keeps the fish fresh for a longer period of a time. Salting. The gut of the fish is taken out, scared, and then rolled in salt. Sun drying. It will be dried under sunlight for a few days until the moisture evaporates. This dehydrated fish can be stored and used for many days. Smoking. Fishes are hot smoked in an oven having temperature of 60 to 110 degrees Celsius for 4 to 12 hours to kill the non-sporulating bacteria. Chemical preservation. Chemicals like hydrogen peroxide, potassium or sodium nitrate, vinegar, ascorbic acid, etc. are used to preserve the fish. Canning. Fish is first cleaned and boneless pieces are then cut, cooked and sealed in cans for supply to distant places. So these are all the different methods. Next, economic importance of the fishes. They are rich with protein, lipid, vitamins, iodine. Protein content will be 19.3 in fishes. In prawns it is 26.8%. Fishes are high with the lipid content, prawns are less. Fish and other seafoods are rich in iodine and other minerals. They are used to prepare the cod liver oil, shark oil. They are rich with vitamin A and vitamin D used in many types of the medicines. Used in preparing paints, soaps, iron glasses. These are obtained from the swim bladder of the fishes. Shark skin is called as the shark green. It is used in smoothing surfaces for polishing as well as covering certain articles. Certain carnivorous fishes like gambusia and guppy fish help in controlling diseases as they feed on mosquito larvae. Fish waste like fins, tails, bones, they are rich with calcium, protein, phosphorus and other substances. They are made into powder used for poultry feed and manure in the grape gardens, coffee and tea plants. Many fishes are dressed, cooked and dried and prepared with a powder that is called fish meal. It is not fit for human consumption, but it is used as a food supplement to prawns, poultry, pigs, etc. Next one, beekeeping. Let us study economically important insect, that is the honeybee. You all might have tasted the honey. Where does this honey come from? It comes from honeybee, yes. Honeybee is having two economic importance. One is production of honey, one is bee wax. Honey is having medicinal benefits. It's an important ingredient of the Ayurvedic preparations. Therefore, it is considered as a versatile food. Bee wax. The honeybees are having the wax glands. So that wax is used in the preparation of candles, cosmetics, creams, paints, ointments and polishes. The process of rearing and maintaining honeybee colonies and their hives for various products like honey, bee wax, propolis, pollen, royal jelly, etc. is called apiculture. The place where the bees are reared is called an apiary. It has been an age-old cottage industry in India, but in recent years, large-scale apiculture is done at a commercial level. 4 species of honeybees we find. 3 species are called indigenous species. 1 is called foreign or exotic species. Let us start with the indigenous. First one, Apis dorsata, commonly known as rock bee or giant bee. The size of this bee is very large, very ferocious, generally found in the wild as it is a very hard. Next, Apis indica, common name Indian Orient bee. Very gentle, domesticated easily through it, though it may also occur in India. Apis florae, little bee, sizes very small, very docile, a low yield species considered uneconomical for apiculture, and exotic or foreign breed it brought to India to increase the productivity of the honey. Example like Apis mellifera, Italian or European bee it is called, very easy to control, yields good quantity of the honey. Next, importance of the honey. Honey is having 17 to 25% of water, 70 to 80% of sugar, 4.2% of minerals, vitamins like B1, B6, vitamin C, D and ash 1%. Again we are telling sugar how it is distributed in different percentages. It's a food for high nutritive and medicinal value, laxative, blood purifier and expirant. If you see the beehive, it may get infected with the wasps, ants and etc. The disease like Nosema disease, it may cause by protozoans, acrine disease by parasitic mite. So even it may get different types of the diseases. About bee colony. Honeybees are social insect and live in the colonies. There are of 3 categories: queen bee, worker bee and drones. Let us study about queen bee first. It's fully developed functional female in the beehive. Well developed female reproductive systems it has. Sorry. It is the largest in size, having small shriveled wings. It can lay 800 to 1500 eggs per day and live for 3 to 4 years. And it lay 2 types of eggs called fertilized eggs. They produce sterile female worker and a fertile new queen. Unfertilized young which produce fertile males called as the drones. Worker bees. Worker bees are sterile females. On an average, there will be 20,000 to 30,000 worker bees in a hive. These are smaller bees having strong wings for flying. These worker bees have a small lifespan, that is about 35 days. It's having a mouth with a wax glands. They perform several duties of the colony like cleaning of the hive, feeding the larvae and a queen bee, gardening the entrance of the hive, collecting the food, that is nectar and pollen from the flowers. Next one is drones. Drones are the fertile male bees. They mate with a queen bee. Their number in a hive is very few. It's around 60 to 70. They lack sting and wax glands. Drones can live up to about 60 days. One common function done by both drone bees and workers, that is, they can sense the temperature variation in the hive. If this completes the 9th standard last chapter, that is improvement in food resources. Thank you.